Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to talk about SAP SRM. Before jumping into the technical side of things, let's take a quick look at what SRM means from an organizational perspective. SRM stands for Supplier Relationship Management, which is basically a software that is used to manage suppliers of an organization. Suppliers, are also called as vendors, play an important role in any business. Depending on the size of a business, the number of suppliers they have to deal with may vary. Let's say for example I run a retail business. Suppliers for my business would be product manufacturers, packaging box manufacturers, marketing agencies, courier service providers, my website provider, software provider, and probably a few more. So in a nutshell, a supplier is a person or a company that provides me with products or services which in turn will help me sell my products and services to my customers. It is important for any business to manage its suppliers efficiently so that they can build a long-term relationship with them going forward. This is where the use of SRM software comes into place. Now let's get into the SAP side of things. If you happen to be in the SAP field, you might have already started to notice a pattern with SAP's product portfolio. For every on-premise application, SAP has also got a cloud equivalent. That cloud application might have either already replaced the on-premise version or will eventually become the successor of the on-premise version. For example, we talked about SAP's CRM software in the previous video. CRM 7.0 is the on-premise version, whereas C4HANA is its cloud equivalent. Similarly, SAP BW or BW for HANA is the on-premise version, whereas SAP Analytics Cloud and Data Warehouse Cloud is its cloud equivalent. When I say cloud equivalent, it doesn't mean they are a like-for-like replacement, or at least they are not a like-for-like replacement now, because the capabilities and functionalities of cloud application versus an on-premise application might vary. But if you look at the big picture, SAP's cloud applications are going to succeed SAP's on-premise applications eventually. In the similar pattern, we have two different versions when it comes to SAP SRM as well. One is the on-premise version, which is called SRM 7.0, and its cloud-based equivalent is called SAP Ariba. SRM on-premise application is based on NetWeaver technology. The latest enhancement pack available for SRM is Enhancement Pack 4. It can run on multiple databases such as Microsoft's SQL Server, Oracle, IBM's DB2, MaxDB, and also SAP's in-memory database HANA. End of mainstream maintenance or end of support for SAP SRM 7.0 is 31st December 2027. After that, SAP recommends its customers to transition towards its cloud application called SAP Ariba. SRM 7.0 is usually integrated with Materials Management module in either ECC or S4HANA to achieve the end-to-end procurement business process operations. The end-to-end procurement activities include things such as purchase requisitions, purchase order management, goods receipt, material management invoices, financial invoices, and open items clearing. SRM software is one of the market leaders and it has got tons of capabilities. Using the SRM software, organizations will be able to do things like create invoices and purchase orders, manage catalogs, bids and RFQs. RFQs stands for request for quotes. They can also manage contracts, provide supplier self-service capabilities. They can perform basic procurement activities, operational reporting, and also workforce mobility. As mentioned previously, SAP has a cloud-based business-to-business sourcing and procurement application called Ariba, using which buyers and suppliers can do business in a networked structure. It provides capabilities such as supplier management, strategic sourcing, supply chain, procurement, services procurement, external workforce management, selling, and fulfillment. Let's chat about SAP Ariba in another video very soon. I've also created a blog called Let's Chat SAP, where I write articles about various topics related to SAP. The purpose of creating these videos and blogs is to add value and share my knowledge with people who want to learn about SAP. So please feel free to let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. I have provided the link to the blog in the video description, so please check it out if you're interested. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you, and I will see you soon in another video.